Okay, so now I'll show you how you can set up the same example with clickable buttons and text boxes so that you can click on any button in any order like this. So when I click here, here, and here, I can go back to button 2, I can go back to button 1, and you can see the text boxes are changing at the same time. Okay, so this is how you can do this. Let's go to this blank screen right here so I can show you step by step. So I'm going to first start by copying over my buttons from the first way. So we'll go up to the one that we just did together. This is it right here. And I'm just going to copy these just so because I want to have them all in the same spot. And then I'll go down to my blank page here, paste it in. But I don't want all these animations. We're not going to need it. So I'm just going to go click here and click remove, and it should remove all of them. There we go. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to start by creating extra slides here. Okay, because this is how this one is created. So this would be your main slide, and then you'd have extra slides so that when you'd click on a button, it would jump to the extra slide. So that's how this is created. So what I like to do is create like a new section. You can see I already did that for the one I just showed you. And to do that, you just come down to the end of your presentation and then just right click and say add section. And then you can label it. So we'll call it extra slides demo. Slides. There we go. So that's what I'm going to call it. And then I'm just going to right click here and I'm going to duplicate this slide. So it's our step-by-step way. Example 2. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm just going to drag it down to here. Right there. And then I'm just going to duplicate that. And one more time, because we need 3 extra slides. Okay, so there they are. So first we'll start, go back up here to the step-by-step way by adding an action to button 1. So to do that, go up to insert and then go to action here. And this is so that when you click on this, it's going to go somewhere else. It's going to do something. So we're going to choose hyperlink, and we don't want to go to the next slide. We want to pick a slide. And since we already have created them, so we go to our section here. That's going to be a little confusing because I have several slides now. So this is the step-by-step. These are our extra slides here. So you can click on it to see as well. All right, so those are the extra ones we put in there, 10, 11, and 12. So just remember those are our extra ones. Sometimes it's hard to see, but they do give you a little preview. And once we start manipulating these, it'll be easier to tell. Sometimes if you're not sure though, just pick something and then try it out and see if it is the right one. And they are numbered here too, so you can see that. So this is, so if you look down here, number 10 is the one we want. Okay. So click OK. So then when button 1 is clicked, it's going to go to slide 10. Now let's go to slide 10. So that means we want button 1 to change color so that when it's clicked, it'll change. So when button 1 is clicked on that other slide, we were on the main slide, it'll go to this slide and this will already be that purple color. So we want to make sure we get that exact color if we're going to do this the same way. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can go back and look to see what that color was. So if we go back to here, the first way that we did step by step, and we go up here to your effect options, we could find out what this color is by going to more colors and seeing what the red, green, and blue is, and then copying that. So one way to do that, if there's a snipping tool here, you can go down to your snipping tool that comes with Windows, click on it, say new, and then we can just copy that so we'll know. And then just minimize that. Oops. Cancel that. Now let's go back to slide 10. So this is the extra slide. We want button 1 to change that color. So let's just change that to that color. So go to Format, Shape Fill, and I already have it selected because I've been doing this, but I'll show you how to do that. Go to More Fill Colors, and then you type in what you want it to be. So you type in here, look at your picture. So it's 149, 79, 114. Right, so 149, 79, 114. Okay, so there we go. So once you've done it once, you don't have to do it again because it goes to your custom colors right here, your recent ones. So there you go. So that's all we're going to do so far for slide 10. We're going to go back now to the example 2 second way step by step. So when we clicked on this, that's what should happen. Okay. It should go here, and that should change color. And these ones will remain blue. Okay, so let's actually go and try that, make sure it works. There we go. So you don't see it change, but it went to that other slide, because now when I exit out, I'm on slide 10 now. All right, so let's go back to this is slide 7, the main one. And another thing in the main one, we don't need to start with any text boxes on this. So I'm going to just delete these. We don't need these. And that will help us distinguish which one we're on. Okay, just going to save that. So now when we clicked on that, it went to slide 10. When we click on button 2, we want it to go to the next extra slide here, slide 11. And then when we click on button 3, we want it to go to slide 12. So I'm going to do the same thing for button 2 and 3. I'm going to add an action. So insert, action, hyperlink to slide 11. And then button 3, insert, action, hyperlink to slide 12 here. So 10, 11, 12, those are our 3 extras. Okay, now I'm going to go down to those slides and do the same thing for the other buttons. So this one is for button 2, so we want to make that, so go to Format, we want to make that purple. And then for slide 12 here, we want to make button 3 purple. Okay, so now that's all done, but we're not done, because what it means is that whenever you're on slide 7, if you click any of these in any order, it'll go to those respective slides. But if you click button 1 here right now, and that means you'll be on slide 10 once you click it, you can't click button 2 and 3, nothing will happen because we haven't set any animations on, or any actions, sorry, on button 2 and 3 here. So I'll show you what I mean. So we have to do something to those. So when I click on button 1, it goes to slide 10. Now if I click on 2 and 3, right now it's not clicking on the button, it's just going to click anywhere, and it's going to go to those other 2 extra slides. So you'll see it change, but we have to make it so that it's triggered on these buttons, and you'll see why in a second, because we want these text boxes to also appear when that happens. So I'm going to go back to slide 10, and I'm going to add actions to button 2 and 3 here as well. So when button 2 is clicked, it's going to always go to slide 11. Okay, so we'll go insert, action, hyperlink to slide 11, button 2. And when button 3 is clicked, same thing, it's going to go, now it's going to go to button 12. Or sorry, slide 12. So slide 12. Okay. All right. So now those are triggered on the buttons. So we can go and try that. It helps to keep going and trying it because this can get a little confusing. So button 1, we're now jumping to slide 10. Okay, now we haven't fixed this part yet. We'll do that after. And now when we click, now we're on slide 10, but we've added actions to these. You can see the hand tool there. So we can click on button 2, it's going to go to slide 11. And we haven't said anything yet, so we can't go any further, but that's the idea. Okay, so then on slide 11, we can add actions to go to slide 10 and 12 for button 1 and 3. So then go to action, hyperlink to slide 10 for button 1. And for button 3, we're going to hyperlink to slide 12. Okay, so we're kind of repeating it every single time. So now go to slide 12 and do the same thing. We're going to add actions to button 2 and button 1 here to go back to the other side. So button 1 goes to slide 10, action, to slide 10, and button 2, action, goes to slide 11. All right, save that. Let's just double check this. So when we go to slide 10, that's when button 1 was clicked initially. We can then click button 2 and it will go to slide 11. Button 3 will go to slide 12. So if we went to slide 11, on slide 11, if you go to button 1, it's going to go to slide 10. And if you go to button 3, it's going to go to slide 12. And then when you're on slide 12, if you click on button 2, it's going to go to slide 11, and button 1 back to slide 10. So let's go try that from the beginning and preview this, make sure it works. Button 1, we're on slide 10 now. We click 2, we click 3, we click 2, we click 1, we click 3. So we just keep going back and forth. So you can do multiple things. So we're almost done, except we got to get these text boxes to appear properly. So on slide 10, so what I like to do is I just want to keep it all in the same spot. I know that when I built this, I built it so that text box 1 was first, then text box 2, then 3. So text 3 and 2 are on the top. So we can just delete and then delete, and you'll get text 1 there. Okay? Now, slide 11 is a little trickier because we want text 2. So we can delete text 3, which is on top here, layered. Text 2 is there, but we want to get rid of text 1. So what I like to do is go to Format, and then we'll send text 2 that's on top to the bottom of the pile. Okay, so you got to picture this in your head. It's all layered. So that should be on the bottom. So now what should be there is text 1, if I did this right. There. So I deleted text 1 because it was on top. And now we're left with text 2. And then on slide 12, we want text 3, so we're going to send that to the bottom. Go to Format, send to back, and then what's on top should be text 1 and 2. There we go. Okay, so save that. Now I'm going to go back up to slide 7. I'm going to preview this. So let's try this. Button 1, text 1. Button 2, text 2. Button 3, text 3. Button 2, text 2. Button 1, text 1. Button 3, text 3. All right, so great. There you go. So when you click any button in any order, you can see that the text boxes for each one appear accordingly, and the button color changes to purple for each one. So now you have two ways to do a button animation in PowerPoint. The advantage of this way is that you can click on any button in any order to show your information.